Hey, this is a random video. I wanted to do this because I wanted to, like, kind of enlighten people on how I perceive intuition myself, like how intuition comes to me and how it might come to other people. I don't know, I'm just gonna put this out there and see if anybody could relate to it or anything. So intuition is important because it's like angels, your guardian angels are sending messages to you, and the way that it works, they send messages to your gut. So it starts, at the bottom. It starts from bottom up. I feel that they send messages to your gut. Your gut receives the messages, goes to your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is where your emotions are stored. So that's how it processes the information that you received, and then it goes to your head, and then you start thinking about it. And depending on how strong your mind is, that's why it's important to have a strong mind also, because if your mind's not strong, then you're going to only act on those emotions. But if you have a strong mind, it's like all three of them are supposed to work together. That's how it works. When they work together in unison, you have a harmonious life. That's the only way you can have a harmonious life, is when mind, body, and spirit is intact. Because like, they really don't work without each other. It's all in the, it's three entities in one. That's the thing. And so angels send messages to your gut, like, for instance, like, it'll warn you about somebody or warn you about a decision that you're trying to make. And it's like you'll get these messages as you keep going, these little small messages. It's kind of hard to catch. That's why being in tune really, like, matters, because if you're not in tune, even after the situation's over with, you still not gonna be able to learn from it, because you can't go back and be like after you messed up, you can't go back and be like, oh, like, this is what I did wrong, this is what I could do different next time. That's where growing comes in also. That's mentally growing and excelling, like, spiritually. That way you won't have to keep going through those same things over and over again. The thing is, a lot of people go through the same shit over and over again is because they either feel like a victim in a situation, which will automatically by default make you a victim of that situation all the time, or they keep making the same mistakes and not realizing what they're doing. Like, they're not paying attention. It's just so easy to sit back and pay attention to your part and stuff. Like, even if you are completely out of the wrong, it's really good to try to take some type of accountability, because when you do that, taking accountability even when the situation was completely out of your hands. Like, I went through a situation and I played my part, like, I did everything that I could, but if that other person don't appreciate it and don't take accountability, then it's like you shouldn't stress yourself out about it. It is what it is. It's spilled milk. It'll make you feel better about yourself taking accountability in a way, not in a way of, like, self defamation or tearing yourself down, but in a way of taking accountability. Like, okay, I allowed this to happen, and this is the outcome of it. Now I gotta do something different next time. That's how that works. Like, I always do that. It don't matter what anybody does to me. I always be like, I should have never been messing with them anyway, because they showed me all along who they were. You always get signs of who people are. It don't matter what it is. Like, people show you who they are from the moment that they open their mouth and start talking to you. Now, whether you decide to really listen to what they say, take it serious, or blow it off, that really depends on you. But your spirit tells you, as soon as you start talking to somebody, who they are. It really, like, it sounds crazy, and it's really, really hard to listen and believe that. But that's something that you really gotta grow to learn, and learn the hard way, because I used to just put my trust in people all the time, and it really put me in, like, really messed up positions, especially like this year and last year. And it got to the point where I really just, like, I get to points where I stop talking to people, so I'll, like, disappear for months, and they'll be like, damn, like, where you been at? And I'll just be like, I don't know. I just don't be feeling like talking. I don't know. I'm not really much of a communicator, like, talking about it. That's why I don't do good with. I don't keep relationships. It's not on purpose. I just, like, even though I'm pretty spiritual and shit, like, I go through a lot. Like, I go through a lot of stuff, and I be trying to keep myself intact. That's why I don't show my face on here all the time. I won't do it. I'm probably not gonna be too consistent on here, unfortunately. No time soon, at least. Maybe in the next month or so, my life might change, and I'll be a lot more consistent on here, and I'll be more engaged, and I'll be able to tell y'all more stuff. But right now, in order for me to even tell y'all some shit, I would have to go through it first. So I'm gonna keep going through stuff, and then I'm gonna tell y'all when I feel like I want to tell y'all. But I really don't tell my business like that anyway. So it's like you wouldn't get the story. I would just give you analogies of what I went through. But anyways, food, I talk about this a lot. Your food really does matter because you're eating spirits. When you're eating animals, you're eating children, you're eating somebody's parent, you're eating somebody's child. That's how I feel about it. Like when I sit with people, I'm one of them people. Like you eating a steak, I'm like, wow, you eating somebody's son probably. Like that's really, it's just nasty to me. So plus, when I eat certain stuff, cause I started experimenting. Like I'm vegan, but I started like trying to eat other stuff, cause honestly, y'all, like I'm gonna be so real. This shit is hard. Like I love the smell of seafood and meat. Now I would never eat meat again. That's never gonna happen. Simply because my body can't process it no more. But like I ate some fried fish like a couple weeks ago. I had the worst fucking migraine of my life. Like I can't even explain it. My shit had me like I couldn't even move. I had to go to sleep, and I don't get headaches. Anytime I get a headache, I think the world is ending. Like I've never been the type to get headaches. The only time I get headaches is when I think too much. Like I have to think myself into a headache, which I try not to do that, stuff like that. And I'm probably gonna do like 2 more videos about this, because I do want to get into like deeper into chakras and how they interact with you physically, spiritually, and emotionally, for sure. Because a lot of people don't even know about chakras, and you're built off a chakra system. The chakra is the kundalini. When you raise your spirits, you raise your kundalini. If you have a lower vibration, you have a kunda buffer. That's a kundalini that springs down into like a demonic, like a devil tail kind of. And we live amongst a lot of people who have kunda buffers and not kundalinis. To me, in my opinion, maybe based off of where I live, because I live in Louisiana, and I feel like this is the most depressing state you could live in. I feel like most people either don't like they ride a low vibration, or they have a kunda buffer. Like this is based off of pure observation and conversation. Like yeah, so. But it is what it is. I don't plan on living here in the next year and a half. Hopefully, I'm trying to. I got stuff in line, but so yeah, angels shoot messages to your gut. They shoot up. I feel like me personally, I feel like your solar plexus is the probably the. It's like I feel like it goes to the bottom of your pit, your gut, and then your solar plexus, which is I think that's the I am chakra. All that chakras mean something different. Like it's like I am, sacral is I do, um, and I think solar plexus is I feel. Yeah, I feel. No. The heart is I feel. I forgot what solar plexus was, but they all interact with your emotions. I'm gonna get into that later. And so when they translate information, it's like information can either throw your chakras off, or they can make you want to transform to better yourself spiritually. Like your chakras take a lot of hits in life. That's why I say it's the most important part of your body, because it is your body. It's the whole base of your spine. I mean, it's from the base of your spine to the top of your head. And you got one chakra, the crown chakra, that does not belong to a vital organ. All of your chakras belong to vital organs. I said this before in probably 2-3 more videos. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. But like once that information gets to your head, that's where it really starts to like manifesting. That's where manifestation comes into play, because now you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do. Are you gonna go left or right? That's the big, like, it's like once that information is all done, you come to 2 roads. You go left or right, and your emotions play the biggest part, because that's what's gonna direct which way that you go, like which way that you go. And that's why it's always good, like when you pissed off, to like take a second, like take a step back. Anything in life, like life don't wait on nobody. Don't get me wrong, life don't wait on nobody, but at the same time, you're on God's divine time. Like God is in a place where time does not exist. So you want to think like that. You want to think where time doesn't exist, but don't ever take too long to do anything, because we are on a physical plane at the end of the day. But if it's just make sure it's logical, and you don't know if it's logical, because just like your angels let you know when something isn't good, they definitely let you know when something is good too. It'll be like voices in your head, like go for this. Like your angels literally talk to you. They you can hear them. Like they'll literally talk to you if you just listen. You think those are just voices in your head. Certain messages are you, but certain messages are definitely your angels, and you could decipher depending on how mentally strong you are, that also comes with having discernment and being able to tell a difference between shit. That's what discernment is, being able to tell a difference and being able to see shit for what it really is. If you don't have that, I feel like discernment is one of the most important things you could pray for besides perseverance and spiritual growth, you know, because without discernment you can't see shit. You blind as fuck. Like you just walking around here, you just living like how I was like when I was like 16. I have no discernment. Well, really, when up until I was like 19, I didn't have no discernment. Like I just went with the flow of life and I let anything happen to me. And it was just like it was what it was. Like that's just how like whatever life gave to me, I took it like that because I never really had a good one anyway. So I just assumed like it was just like, okay, I'm here for the moment. Eventually, I'ma die. That's all that matters. Like that's all I give a fuck about. But now it's like when you get more in tune with yourself and in touch with yourself, you start realizing your purpose and you start getting deeper into that. Nobody could tell you nothing. Like you know who you are. You true within yourself. Don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of struggles on this road, and you're gonna go through a lot of heartbreak and shit. Like I went through some fucked up situations this year, but because like every situation I went through, I learned from it when it happened. Like I got my heart broken a few months ago. Recently I went through a similar situation, and that shit didn't really affect me the way that it did a few months ago because I'm numb to it now. Like I mean, I know every aspect of that situation to the T. I know that like that person, I know them like the back of my hand at this point. They don't know me like that. I don't open myself up to that extent. Like I'll let you know a few things, but now I'm guarding myself more. Like, I'm it's from anybody, especially friends. I could cut a friendship off in a second, a relationship in a second. Like I don't need nobody. I will never need nobody in my life. And the only person I do need is myself. The only physical being on this earth I need is myself. God is really it. Like that's all. I mean, he's the only person that really helped me out in a lot of ways, with an exception of like two or three other people. But God really he helped me in ways that nobody else can. And I'm only 19 saying this. Like if y'all don't take like I know when people be talking like that, y'all just be like like because you never been through it. It's like you brush it off because that's how I was. I was very nonchalant to spiritual talk about God and stuff. But once he put that fire under your ass and you go through shit, that be your best friend. Cause when I think about it, like I could have died so many times last year, but that nigga had my back. Like like I mean I don't know if anybody get offended when I say that, but like I don't know. Me and God have a pretty humorous relationship. I don't know about y'all. Um, but yeah, he definitely has a sense of humor. But yeah, I said a lot. So I'm gonna just wrap up this video. I don't have anything else to talk about right now, and if I do, I'll cover that in another video because I'm gonna try to make at least 3 more before this month is over with. Uh, so far, if you want to update on my life, I'm just trying to get stuff done. I want to start making these necklaces. I'm waiting for I don't know if these people sent me the wrong frames or nothing, but I'm about to go to the store and see about sizing these pictures so they could fit in the frames. And I'm about to start a business. I'm not gonna say what it's called yet until I get it all set up, and I need to get a business license and all this other stuff. But that's just a small thing of what I'm doing. I'm actually planning other stuff also. I'm all over the place right now. I was knocked off my honestly, like I get knocked off my shit sometimes. Like that last situation that happened, even though it didn't affect me too much, it did knock me out because when I start messing with somebody, like I'm not good with relationships. I'm telling you, like when it comes to everything else, I got this life shit in the bag. But when it comes to relationships, I turn into a different person. Like I'm a whole psychopath. I couldn't even help myself. Like I'm a psychopath. I might do a story time about it, but because I'm really not embarrassed about the situation. Like I gave from the heart. He played me just because, whatever. It is what it is. So, but anyways, God bless all of y'all. Y'all pray before you lay. Seriously, pray or meditate. I like meditating more anyway. It's a lot deeper. But I know that y'all can't sit down for more than 10 minutes and not be on your phone. So you should definitely pray for at least 5 minutes. God loves you all. Love, energy, light. Bye.